Ms. Pearlstein, in 2019 on a New York Public Radio podcast, you were asked what you took away from a congressional hearing on impeachment standards. Your response was as follows.
So this is an exchange that came out of and really belonged in the panel in which the constitutional law professors were appearing. And there, the professors were reasonably uniform, right, in recognizing that it doesn't have to be a crime, that is to say an impeachable offense, doesn't have to be a crime as currently embodied in the federal criminal code as enacted by Congress. The existing criminal laws didn't exist when the framers wrote the Constitution, and indeed, crimes as such weren't what the framers had in mind when they put impeachment into the Constitution. What they were thinking about with the impeachment remedy were serious offenses against the public trust. That is, certain things that only the president and other senior officials could do that abused their authority. In other words, the idea of abuse of power is sort of the death.
Do you still stand by those words? Yes, just a yes or no quick question.
It is absolutely the case. The Congress doesn't have to show a violation of Title 18 of the U.S. Code. It has to show that there was a high crime or misdemeanor.
Reclaiming my time, I think the words that are very interesting to me is serious offenses against the public trust. Ms. Nobles, Ms. Dunn, do you think that our open border policies, which have allowed fentanyl to pour into this country, 1.8 million gotaways, unknown gotaways, is an offense against the public trust of this country?
Yes, definitely.
Ms. Dunn? Yes. Ms. Nobles, the committee has been focused, well, first, before I ask your question, one of the things that was very interesting in your opening statement, Ms. Pearlstein, was about the power of separation, the separation of powers. And you talk about Congress having the remedy to make laws to fix the immigration issue and the border issue. But see, we passed a law that says shall detain. Mr. Mayorkas has basically completely reversed that. So you're right, we could pass more laws. In fact, we tried. We passed H.R. 2, but it won't pass the Senate because they refused to take it up. But yes, we have the power to pass more laws. They're not even following the laws that are already written. And that, from my standpoint, is basically a refusal to understand the separation of powers, that we write the laws and they enforce them. But the Secretary doesn't seem to care about that, nor does he seem to care about the 4 court orders, which have told him he's doing that and said cease and desist with these policies that are absolutely subverting the law, and he refused to follow those court orders. Ms. Nobles, the committee has been focused on the Biden administration's refusal to secure our southwest border and vet alien arrivals. A report from the House Judiciary Committee pointed out multiple vetting failures with your daughter's killer. Its report shows that your daughter's murderer was arrested for association with the MS-13 well before he came to the United States, something the United States officials verified easily after the murder occurred. The report also noted that the alien was released after he was arrested for murder. Do you think that Secretary Mayorkas has done an adequate job of vetting illegal aliens coming across our southern border?
No. And may I say that it took the local detectives to find out that he was an MS-13 gang member. Homeland Security and Department of Health and Human Services did not know that until after he killed my daughter. And then they try to write it in there after the fact, but it was already let out that they failed to know that he was an MS-13 gang member.
Ms. Dunn, do you believe Secretary Mayorkas genuinely cares about the well-being and safety of U.S. citizens like your daughter, considering that his actions are directly responsible for aggravating and fueling the ongoing fentanyl crisis?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.